to it is AidFerngirl versus Hadderz. Hadderz, of course, one of the best players in Wales. AidFerngirl, of course, an up-and-coming Scottish. Isabelle coming in as the underdog, but still very capable.
Because you're going to have to back me up, because I'm not familiar with a lot of these players. I know playstyles and everything, but players, I'm going to rely on you for that information. What I do find interesting to see is Snake versus versus Isabelle, because yeah, of course you have the pocket ability, and how are you going to utilize that in this matchup without blowing yourself up?
Yeah, without blowing yourself up is important. I mean, pocketing grenades is kind of useful with the multiplier, right? But you can also just catch grenades. So it's not as insane as you'd think. Pocket Nikita can be fun. The main thing is just trying to keep Snake in the air, trying to juggle him, controlling that mid-range with your slingshots. But right now, Hadderz has a pretty good control of the space. And, yeah, you got to be careful of the mortar as well, turn those lead traps against you. The main thing is there's just so much for Slingshot to collide with, so it can be kind of hard to break through here. But once Isabelle gets in, I mean, she can scrap surprisingly well.
Yeah, that's the thing that I always underestimate, that as soon as like Isabelle gets in, like the up tilt, the down tilt, all those options, they are so much more powerful than I actually seem to look like. It's just, they can make a very tough scramble, but while we're talking about that, we got a scramble of our own here.
Yeah, both stocks going in quick succession. Here we go, get a little setup going, and that jab is so important. Look at the damage, but the grenade breaking Hadderz out. Still took 80 for his troubles.
Yeah, that's always like the constant fact with playing against Snake. Like, if your combo is not true, he's just gonna grab a grenade, and most likely you're gonna hit that grenade as well, breaking the combo entirely.
Yeah, but that's where you get the mileage, right? Those tech chases, especially on Battlefield, the dash stack going under the fishing rod there. Nice to see little interactions like that. Again, just trying to get the grab, not going to find it. That crouch is also really obnoxious, because we mentioned how good Isabelle is at scrapping. A lot of that comes from the jab. If you can duck under that, things become way more awkward.
I didn't even know that Snake could do that.
Oh, Snake's crouch is really, really low. And it comes out really fast as well. It's insane. But yeah, like, part of the reason that Isabelle has had this resurgence and has kind of seen more use than Villager in recent times, when initially we thought it would go the other way, is because Isabelle's scramble options, like, her options in close quarters are so much better. Things like that squeaky hammer that can combo into so much. Things like having a back throw that kills. Things like having that up tilt that can do so much in terms of damage. Like, there's so much there for Isabelle in close quarters that isn't there for Villager, and you kind of need that in Ultimate.
Yeah, and now you mentioned the up tilts, like, it's just this big overarching hitbox above her, which makes it very difficult to sometimes jump in on her as well, because she's just going to play defensively. And even offensively, you can use it so well once you get in that range. And you see what AidFerngirl is doing here. Like, getting in that range, throwing it out, doesn't matter if it whiffs or not, just claiming that space with it.
Oh, gonna get punished for that dash attack here. AidFerngirl starting to catch some of these habits. Hadderz has been going for that dash attack in mid-range, trying to sneak under a bunch of different stuff, but if you just wait it out, you can get some damage of your own. How is Isabelle using a grenade at a disadvantage?
She can basically turn that tool against Snake as well, which is fun to consider, but how effective it will be, I don't know yet.
Yeah, you use Lloyd as your own grenade. It's kind of fun. We're going to see just trying to keep Snake above her at all times. Knows that Snake can kind of struggle landing, especially with the range that Isabelle's got. And Hadderz boarding the platforms right now, very scared to approach, understandably, because that will happen!
That was a very good wait there. Like, I was thinking, is there going to be a grab? No, there's just going to be a call out on the jump with the up smash.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing you like save in your back pocket. You're sitting there saying, most of the time after Hadderz has hit my shield, he's jumped. And he should jump, because you know, Snake can't really run, and Shield puts you at a disadvantage, and so jump is the best option, and you sit there and you recognize that, but you save it for the most important moment. You save it for the moment that decides the game.
Yeah, it's basically like, it's some sort of resource management if you think about it. Like, hey, I can only do this option once, maybe twice if I'm a bit lucky, but if I will do it too often, they're of course gonna, they're gonna recognize that, and then I'm going to be punished for it. So it's like this layer upon layer about how to think about things. If that makes any sense now that I listen to myself.
No, it does make a lot of sense. We're going straight to small battlefield, which I think is interesting. Oh, I like the little improvised combo there from AidFerngirl, who's got a very good start in this set, a very good start in what could be a potential upset. Got to be careful here though, and I was saying, SBF, the difference is no triplats means it's a lot easier to get down. But we're seeing AidFerngirl use those platforms to get those dash attacks off at mid-range, get those pots thrown out, and control all of this space, and Hadderz just cannot get to center stage.
Like, good landing there, though still scrambling a bit just to get proper footing again, because, AidFerngirl just keeps on going, just keeping Hadderz in disadvantage here, and there we go. Couldn't get high enough, gets hit by the slingshot.
Yeah, and Hadderz just cannot get in right now. Oh, off we go again.
54 damage from that interaction.
Yeah, you gotta tech those against Isabelle because you will get hit.
And it's a difficult game now here for Hadderz. Still trying to cling on to his own, their own game plan, but they have to do something more, just something more to actually get through here.
Yeah, just can't find a way in consistently, can't find that consistent source of damage. And a lot of these approaches are just being stuffed out by AidFerngirl, who's playing around these grenades so smartly. Oh, and Hadderz just not able to hit any of these setups! Tries to go for something cheeky with the grenades, but AidFerngirl says, no, you!
Just like that. Still on that first stock at almost 150%. Like, what are you gonna pull out to take the first stock? It's just a slaughter at this point.
Yeah, AidFerngirl's really adjusted to the way Hadderz is trying to use these grenades. Trying to get in! Is that a taunt?
We like some personality, and that's showing.
Oh, is this a taunt to body moment? You're 3 stocks up to 1. Can you close it out, AidFerngirl? It's all up to you! Yes, you can! And AidFerngirl goes 2-0 up.
That was a very convincing game, especially about you just told me about Isabelle making like more appearances, and well, it shows how well a character like Isabelle can play around and then force her own game plan upon others. Like, it's the way I see Isabelle, it just reminds me of, like, you have this annoying mosquito constantly pestering you, like constantly flying around with the fast and everything, and if you try to get rid of it, then it just something else goes somewhere else, and then as soon as you lost your focus again, then it's back there. That's Isabelle. That's Isabelle's game plan, it feels like.
Yeah, she just kind of pokes away at you again and again and again, and then you do get in, and you get hit by an up tilt, and you take 50, and you're like, oh, what's going on? I thought there was a me sword fire on my screen. I was about to lose my mind. So
does Hadderz have a me sword fighter? Or?
Since, you know, we used to have BMW. I don't know if you know him. He beat Nero's one time. He traveled once. He beat Nero's. He quit the game. He got a job. And since then, I think that a lot of people have like kept me sword fire in the pocket. There's been a few me sword fighters in the south that have made some waves. So it is a pocket character for a lot of players. I don't know if it was a solution here. What I will say about this set so far is you should never doubt Scottish depth. Scottish depth is crazy. And a lot of that is because Scotland as a region can travel so much more than other regions because they've got free buses for under 23s. And so they just travel everywhere. Scottish locals have everyone everywhere. They play with each other a lot more.
Free buses? Then again, last time I was in Scotland, I did not take a bus. I did not know.
No, it's great, honestly, and it's meant that the Scottish scene has kind of rose up, especially, you know, since that's come in, and that's when we saw the prevalence of like Kerbo and and Benetton even get to the point where they're, you know, pushing for UK PR, and I think that's really important in that story, and Scottish depth has been on the rise for so long now in the UK scene. It's so underrated, and Hadderz is kind of reckoning it with right now, but he's starting to adjust. It's not gonna matter. Wow, still living. I did not expect that.
Like there we go, just out of nowhere. But I'm glad to see this adaptation here from Hadderz, because that second game made me feel like, ooh, how is it still possible to adapt to all these things? But now, small lead. You got a stuck lead, so you can just now force your own game plan, get the chip damage in, and
that's not what you want to see.
Yeah, that's something like it was going very well. Then I think I jinxed it. I think I jinxed it there. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, just couldn't make it back there, lost track of his resources. There's so much to think about when you're in a high pressure situation like this. You're on stream at the return of Albion, but on top of that, you know, you're on the verge of getting upset here. You're 2-0 down. You need a lot of calmness, especially as the more sort of experienced player in this situation. And we're not seeing that right now from Hadderz. The question is, can he rise to that pressure?
Yeah, because something many of us, of course, have noticed, that pressure plays such a big role in how you perform. You easily tunnel vision as soon as you're not able to deal with that pressure again. Like, you're gonna make more and more mistakes. It becomes like a snowball effect, basically. And these small mistakes that Hadderz make, it's gonna dawn up upon him eventually again. So I do hope to see him getting back at least to neutral, to at least collect himself, see what he can do.
I don't know, since that SD, you can tell it's been a big shock to his mental, but he's trying to get in, faking an up tilt, going for an F tilt, very smart there. Oh, but AidFerngirl's been so solid and disadvantaged, so tricky to kill.
There we go, I like seeing that. I like seeing that. That just the patience, like, yeah, you got him.
First time it didn't work, second time's the charm. Now starting to build up the damage, starting to make the most of these platforms. Nice catch from AidFerngirl there. Usually just poking away there, but this time goes for the fishing rod.
So we got a pretty even game. Like, both these players constantly adapting to each other. It's amazing to see. Like, that's like the Smash I like to see, where it's difficult to say this far in the game which of these players is going to win, because both of them have already shown they're very capable of adapting to everything.
Yeah, and Hadderz has definitely got himself right back into the game. We're talking about how much calmness you need to get it from this situation, and he's shown it so far. Taken back his lead, but can he hold on to it?
There gets his footing again. AidFerngirl currently having a great stage control here. Does have to keep the C4 in mind. Can't really forget about that. Manages to bait it out. We do a little bit of carpet bombing here, it seems, with Hadderz just throwing out the C4, instantly just detonating it as well.
Oh no!
Still gonna make it? Yes! Oh, that's just a bit too eager.
Yeah, and you were talking about the carpet bombing there, and we were talking about like pressure and your relationship to pressure, and that is something that you see a lot of Snakes do when they're struggling a little bit to get in, and they're not quite sure how to handle the situation. They kind of board the platforms, set up the grenades, but we've seen throughout the whole set that AidFerngirl was ready for that. Yeah. And the lead sort of slowly slipped away from there, and you know, it was 2 SDs that did it in the end. Yeah,
because AidFerngirl had like that last part of the set, like just stage control under the platforms. Whatever Snake did, he had to throw it through the very small gaps between the platforms, and that's probably not going to happen too often. Not in that situation, because if you do that, you're going to get caught. And basically, AidFerngirl had a very comfortable position there. Just had to wait, and eventually, there it was. Opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. And AidFerngirl will move on. She takes a 3-0 over Hadderz. And we will see who's up next. Is that Ratsin, I see?
Was it considered an upset? AidFerngirl over Hadderz?
Yes.
Cool.
I think, looking at the seeds, I think that was upset factor 1 or 2. I would... Yes.
Oh.
Seed 51 versus 78. So I think that's upset factor 2. My maths is right. But right now, of course, we have our next set. That is Sin coming up to the stream.